Happy New Year, friends! I'm so glad to be back. It's been a bit since we had an episode, and it was a little bit unintentional break, but here we are. We're going to dive in. I'm going to share a little bit about what's going on, what's to come, some things I've cut out for a little while that you might be interested in, and just some encouragement that I hope helps you as you are starting off the new year with your new goals or whatever it is that you have in store. Let's dive in. Hi friend, welcome to Made to be Thriving. My name is Melissa, daughter of the king, wife, dog mom, and a former elementary school teacher turned nutritional therapy practitioner. Are you feeling overwhelmed or even stuck in your wellness journey? You know that how you're feeling and what you're struggling with can't be normal, and there must be a better way. I was there too. I started feeling that prompting of the Holy Spirit to dig deeper, and He led me onto a better path with the right guidance that turned things around. This can happen for you too, and I'm here to help you get there. There is hope as we put our faith first, lean into God's word and truth about how we need to take care of our bodies. If you're ready to stop just surviving and start thriving, you're in the right place. Whether you're in your car, working on your to-do list, or just needing to take a break from your busy day, tune in and be encouraged. Hey friends, welcome back. It has been a while, and if you've been with me since the beginning, you probably were wondering what happened. There was pretty consistent episodes, and then suddenly nothing. Well, my original plan was to record a bunch of episodes into the new year because I knew it was going to get busy and all that. However, I ended up getting pretty sick enough to where my voice was pretty bad, my head was hurting, all the things, and I just did not feel good. So recording just wasn't happening. And then the holidays, with going to see family, traveling, all that kind of stuff. So the last few weeks have been just jam-packed, super busy. I just haven't had time to sit down and record any episodes at all, but here we are. I wanted to go ahead and get a new episode out there for those of you who may have been waiting around, wondering when's the next episode coming. I hope this is the only break like this that I take. My goal is to have 2 episodes out there a week for you, usually Tuesdays and Thursdays. That seems to be the best schedule for this show as I've been kind of experimenting with it. I was trying to do Mondays and Thursdays, but that just wasn't quite working out for me. So we're going for Tuesdays and Thursdays right now. So let's dive in. I'm going to share a little bit more. So like I said, I'm kind of taking an unintentional break, but I'm trying to dive back in, get back into the routines of things. And there's just a lot on my plate right now, a lot of different things going on, but I want to make sure that I'm showing up for you here. Something I had been feeling for a while that I may need a break from, but I wasn't quite sure when I needed to do it. But all of a sudden, as we were entering into the new year, I was sitting and praying about it and just kind of thinking and noticing how my time is just so busy. There's just so many things in the day and how easily distracted I get. I don't know if any of you are like that. You probably are, or I'm sure there's some of you. I get easily distracted, so even when I sit down to try and focus on something, I'll find myself getting distracted and pulled different directions. One of those distractions for me has been Instagram. It so easily pulls me and distracts me because I'll see notifications or I'll sit down to do a little scrolling and responding to maybe comments or checking out stories, all the things we all do. And before I know it, my time has gone. And I've also found myself a little bit frustrated over there for a while now. So I actually wasn't super active over there probably for the last month or so, here and there, but not super active. Well, I'd actually been kind of feeling since probably, I want to say last summer or the end of the summer, that I may need to take a break from Instagram. I was kind of feeling it and it just kept getting stronger and stronger. And so as I was kind of praying about things entering into this new year, I really felt like, yep, right now is the time. I need to take a break from it. I need to take it off my phone and just not even look over there at all. So that is what I'm doing. Maybe you need to do something similar. So often we have those times where we need to cut certain things out because it's pulling us when we need to be focused in other areas. So for me, that's Instagram. I decided to cut it out for now, at least for the month of January, but we will see if I end up going longer. than that or not. I'll keep you posted on that. But for now, for the month of January, I am not showing up over on Instagram. But here is where I am showing up: the podcast, my email list, and our Facebook community that we are working on trying to build and grow and really support you over there. So if you want to make sure that you're staying connected, one, continue listening to the podcast, make sure you're subscribed to our email list, and go join our Facebook community. Those are the fantastic options to make sure that you're staying connected, continue to learn and grow and ask your questions and all the things. So those are the areas I'm going to be focusing a lot more attention to as I have eliminated Instagram for a while. Okay, so that's the latest for me. And I want to encourage you, if you're feeling like you need to cut something out, whatever that may be, maybe it's Instagram, Facebook, social media, or other things. There's so many other things it could be, right? We tend to feel this pull or this nudge like, oh, I need to cut this out for a while. Maybe it's TV. I've done that before where I've done like a TV fast and I don't even watch anything. It could be anything. And I encourage you to pray about it, because if you're kind of feeling that prompting, that kind of nudge, there's a reason for it, and it's best to listen to it. So pray about it. See if that thing that you've kind of had on your mind that, I wonder if I need to take a break from this. Pray about it and see if that is something you need to do, and I encourage you to do it. Take that break, cut it out, whatever you need to do. When we do these things, it actually does benefit our health. We are just loaded with all these different distractions in our world. We get super busy. Some of that busy turns into stress and overwhelm. All of that impacts our health. So when we recognize that there's certain things really pulling too much of our attention that is not beneficial, we sometimes need to just take that break or maybe cut it out altogether, depending on what it is. So really evaluate, take time, pray about these things. And I hope that me telling you what I'm doing right now as far as cutting out Instagram for a bit, I hope that's encouraging to you to know that it's okay to do that. Okay, there's a lot of businesses out there that utilize Facebook and Instagram and all the social media things to build their businesses and things. And so that might seem kind of crazy for someone who has a business to just not show up there. But I'm going to be obedient to the Lord in that that's just the way it is. I want to prioritize that area of my life, my faith, and trusting in the process. And there are reasons where we need to cut things out. And it may seem a little bit crazy, but sometimes He wants to use that seemingly crazy to kind of grow and stretch us and help us to reset, refocus, and all of that. And I'm for it. I'm here for that. So that's what I'm doing right now on that end. So I'm not off of Facebook for a lot of reasons. One, I want to try and grow that community over there. So if you haven't joined that yet, I hope you will go join that. There will be a link in the description. Also, I have other obligations that require me to be on Facebook pretty regularly right now. So that's another reason why I didn't cut that out. I also didn't really feel led to cut that out right now. So that's working out well. But Instagram tended to be the one that I felt like I need to cut that out for now. So that's what I'm doing. I want to hear from you. What are your goals as you are jumping into the new year? There was some discussion in the group not too long ago about this, but I would love to hear more responses to that. What are your goals for this year? Do you have some new health goals? Are you trying to be more consistent with things? Are you trying to clean up your diet more? Are you trying to get in more movement? Are you trying to be more hydrated? What are your goals for this year to really benefit and improve your overall health and wellness? Just so you know, every single thing we do connects with our digestive health. So often people don't realize different things that they're doing, different habits that they have are impacting their digestion either for the better or for the worse. So everything you do, you might think seems like something so simple. How could that really have any connection to my gut health? The truth is, so many things are directly connected and can be connected to the things you have going on. So I do have a free 10-day healthy habit challenge available to you right now, and I'll link that down in the description if you want to do that. It's just 10 simple daily habits to start implementing. Some of them you may do, maybe none of them. Maybe all of them are going to be brand new to you. Everyone's in a different place. So if any of them are not new to you and you're like, oh, I already do this every day, well, how could you maybe improve that? Maybe it's not every day. Maybe you do it most days, but you miss other days or things like that. What are some ways you can improve that, or maybe add something onto that that's not part of the challenge? Totally flexible in how you are implementing that. So 10 days, healthy habits, totally free. I'm going to drop the link in the description as well. So if you want to go grab that, it's open right now. I don't always have that available, but I do have it available right now because I figure there's a lot of people trying to implement some healthier habits and routines into their daily life, especially right now with the new year. It's the most common time where we are making those health goals. So that's going to be available to you as well. We also have our Nourish to Thrive program that we're looking to relaunch actually, because we're updating everything about that program. So if you would like to get on the wait list to know when that opens up, the link will be in the description as well. And I highly encourage you to get on that wait list because those who are on that list are going to get a deep discount when it opens up. So you will get access to a deep discount when that enrollment opens up. Kind of waiting to see how many people get on that wait list before we really roll that out. So in Nourish to Thrive, here's the thing with that. Sometimes there's a little confusion on what this is about. How is this going to help me? So much of what we're struggling with on our health has to do with our foundational health. Whether you're dealing with gut issues, hormonal imbalances, thyroid issues, energy, all these things, they're all connected. Every single thing is connected. So when we really target foundational health, we can start to experience an improvement in our digestive health, our gut symptoms that we've been having, even thyroid health or hormonal health, all these things, we can start experiencing tremendous benefits and improvements when we are actually implementing the core foundations that we all need to be doing. In the program, you're also going to be learning, how do you navigate the grocery store? What do you need to be looking for? What are the things you don't actually need to pay attention to that you thought you did? So much we're going to go into that program. Originally, this was a 4-week program that I am now stretching out to be longer. I'm also considering making it really a community. So you jump in, you're going to go through the program, but then you stay in it, lifetime access. You have access to all the content. If anything gets updated, we're going to do some live calls in there. Really build a community. It'll be a place where you can ask questions, connect with others who are going through it as well. So I'm navigating how to best put this out there for you. My goal is to make it a lifetime access type of program. So you'll pay for it and then that's it. You're in it for as long as you want to be in it, as long as the program exists, all of that. You're going to learn a lot. We really dive into the foundational things that we need to know, we need to be aware of, the why, how do we implement change, really give you step-by-step guidance on what to implement every week throughout the program, making it simple, not complicated. So often people think improving their health is going to be some really complicated process, and that's not always the case. So often when we just start working on those foundations, I've had clients experience so much improvement in the symptoms that they first came to me with within a short amount of time, just by implementing the foundations that I was teaching them. All these things that we're going to go into and even deeper into throughout the program. So if you're interested to know more and you're thinking this sounds like exactly what I need that guidance, I want to learn more how to really be empowered and take control of my health, then get on the waitlist for Nourish to Thrive. As soon as that waitlist grows a little bit more, we will be opening that up for enrollment. I would love to start that very soon, but I'm kind of watching the waitlist to see how many are signing up for it, interested in, before we launch it. So that's also happening. So a lot of different things going on. The last thing I wanted to mention, and I shared about this when we were last on, when we last had an episode, is a reset. I talked about doing a gut health reset. That is always available. However, the group program part that I was offering is no longer open right now. I may reopen that again in March. This may become like a quarterly type of challenge for you. However, if you are like, I really need something now, I need to have something available that is on the go, clean, I can throw it in a blender or throw it in a shaker cup, shake it and go, drink it on my way and get nutrients. This program is always available for you to purchase. And I currently have a very small group right now where I can plug you in. And so if you have questions and need some guidance while you're going through that program, you can ask those there. Okay, so I don't want you to be totally alone if you purchase this 3-month lifestyle subscription plan. It's no fun to be trying to navigate that alone, and I don't want you to, because sometimes the way a program is laid out needs to be modified based on your needs, your circumstances, and things like that. So I want to be there to help you with that if that's the case. If the way it's laid out just doesn't work well for you, I want you to have someone that you can reach out to and say, hey, how can I modify this to best meet my needs so that I feel good and that it's effective for me? So you do have that option as well. And it's a full program. You get the Power Shake, which is just loaded with greens, Apothecary, which really is great for sleep support. It has anti-inflammatory properties within it. It's a tart cherry, really. So you could look up tart cherry to see the benefits of that. It has super aminos, which helps with protein and muscle. There is also what's called the Biomedic, which has probiotics, prebiotics. It has been proven to help, or tested to help support drainage of things like glyphosate and other toxins. Let's see, what else is there? So we have that. And I believe there's one other thing, and I'm totally drawing a blank on it, but I'll put the link down in the description. Really great program. I think it's well laid out. It's great for most people. If you have a super, kind of not severe, but if you have sensitivity to certain ingredients and things, always make sure you check that first. Obviously, these are all whole food based products within the program. However, everyone's very unique and different. I have specific sensitivities to different foods that most people might not realize would be a sensitivity to somebody. And so I have to be careful of that. And then there's also the gluten factor. If you are celiac, you may not want to take the Biomedic because it does have a very tiny, minute amount of gluten from the wheat germ oil. So if you are highly sensitive to gluten, you'll want to stay away from that one. So if you need help navigating, like, I really want to do this program, but I'm not quite sure if it is the right fit for me, or is there a way I can modify it, send me an email, info@madetobethriving, and I would love to help you. And if we need to customize your program, we can totally do that. I will help you navigate what that could look like for you. Or just jump over into the community and ask that question there, because other people might be wondering the same question, so we can help you over there as well. Okay, that was probably a lot of information all at once, but just wanted to give you updates of kind of what's going on. And I want to leave you with just a little bit of encouragement as you're trying to figure out what are your goals for this year. What are the goals you need to stick with? What are the goals that maybe you need to reevaluate or modify, making sure that you are on track towards reaching those goals. If you listen to our little mini series we had about setting goals to improve your gut health, we talked about setting goals that are realistic. So often people are setting these really extreme high goals that make it really hard to achieve, and then we just kind of fall short and we don't follow through. So I want to encourage you, whatever your goals are for this year, if you've set some goals for the new year and you're already feeling a little bit defeated, I encourage you to kind of take some time, reevaluate, pray about it. How do you need to make adjustments to those goals? Maybe you set it way too extreme for you at this time. Remember, we're all at different places. An example could be maybe you're looking to increase your physical activity and you haven't really been doing anything for a long time. So maybe you need to start simple, stretching every day, going for a walk, Maybe you need to start slow like that. And then over time, you start increasing that. You start adding strength training, or maybe you go for a jog. Don't set such high goals where it's like, okay, I'm going to work out, high intensity cardio 5 days a week, but you haven't been doing any of that in so long. You're more likely to fail on that goal when you set your goals so far like that right off the bat. You want to work your way up. Same thing goes with your food. If you're trying to eat cleaner, start with one thing at a time or one meal at a time. Work your way up. You want to make it manageable. You want to make it achievable. Okay, so some encouragement for you. A verse that was kind of sticking to my mind this morning that I felt like I needed to share is Romans 12:2. It says, "Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind, that by testing you may discern what is the will of God, what is good and acceptable and perfect." So remember to seek the Lord. Don't be worried about what everybody else is doing. We want to follow what the Lord is telling us. What does He say in His Word? If something somebody else is doing just doesn't sit right with you, or you're thinking, I don't think that that's the right next steps for me in my health, then listen to that, because it may not be. Just because your friend or your family member is doing this amazing program, it may not be the right fit for you, and that's okay. Okay, so don't be conformed to the world. Okay, be transformed by the renewal of your mind. By the testing, you may discern what is the will of God. Okay, what is His will for you? And then the other one I want to leave you with, I've shared this verse before, but I'm going to share it again. It's 1 Corinthians 6:19 and 20. "Or do you not know that your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit within you, whom you have from God? You are not your own, for you are bought with a price, so glorify God in your body." I encourage you to keep this scripture in mind as you make your choices every day. From what you're doing, what you're consuming, what you're exposing yourself to, is it glorifying God? Okay, so I hope that's helpful and encouraging. And if you have any questions, please send us a message or send us an email, info@made2be-thriving, or come over into the Facebook community and connect with us there. Those are the two best options to reach out, ask questions, all that. I also have a survey I would love and appreciate if you could fill out. It shouldn't take you more than maybe a few minutes. I'm going to drop the link also in the description. You got lots of links coming at you. But this survey I created just to kind of help me better serve you. So if you don't mind taking just a few minutes to go fill out that survey, click all that apply, answer all that apply, any of that, so that I can have a better understanding of what you are needing, what you would like to learn more about, where you're at in your own health journey, so that I know and can prepare the right content and information to meet your needs. Okay? So I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I look forward to seeing you again on Thursday. And let's see if we can make sure we are back here every Tuesday and Thursday. My goal is to be very consistent. Let's hope that sticks right now, but we all know life happens. So my goal is I will be back here on Thursday and bringing you some more content that will be helpful for you as you are navigating this new year, setting your goals, striving to reach your goals, and all the things. Okay, friends, talk to you soon.
Hey friends, if this podcast encouraged you and taught you something new, leave a review and hit that subscribe button. The next thing you can do is share this podcast with a friend or even in your Instagram stories. Don't forget to tag us at Made to Be Thriving. Come connect with us over in our Facebook community or send us a DM over on Instagram. I pray this has blessed you in some way and you find encouragement knowing you are not alone in this journey. There is always hope, and let's focus on making the progress that is possible. Information provided to date are for informational and educational purposes only. The information and education provided is not intended or implied to supplement or replace professional medical treatment, advice, and/or diagnosis. I'll meet you back here soon.